And I got my crew here together. Back there at the door, Will Allen. And we got Raymond's daughter back there helping out. Also too, briefly we see, also too, Raymond doing his thing. And last but not least, well, there's a couple more people we got to do real fast. Young gentleman who put these shows up there for me. You know, there's no such thing. People say, "Oh, Lenny, you know, you just I saw me on TV or on the YouTube or the social channels." I said, "I don't put them things up there. I got one person put up there for me, my producer, my everything man, like the late Jimmy Castor. He was the everything man. This is my everything man. Orlando McCausland, everybody." Also too, he's not here, but he'll see me via on the social network. My right hand, Eric, executive producer, and grandbaby will get her feet wet in it too. Her thing. And now we're gonna do our thing, and we're gonna introduce a young lady who's revolutionized. I mean, this sister, Misa, on the social network, let me tell you, this sister is raking up. She got over 70 hits from all over the place, even out in the Caribbean and overseas in England. They just loving her. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Couple Link game inventor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Barbara Jenkins. Give it up.
Thank you.
Barbara Jenkins, how are you?
I'm doing great, Lenny. Thanks for having me again.
You're very welcome. You see, I'm gonna tell you this. If you want to, you know what I do with the social networks. That's my minor league. That's like the baseball team. We got minor leagues. I would see who's hitting. We got somebody else who's been hitting, and we're gonna try to get them up here soon as assistants. In fact, we got to have them up as assistants. Barbara, you have this book here. What's this book called?
This book is called All-in-One Marriage Prep.
Marriage prep? You mean what people call marriage prep?
Actually, this book is combined of 75 experts who know a thing about marriage, and for anyone who's thinking about getting married, considering it, this would be the marriage Bible to get off on the right start.
James Brown was on the good foot, right?
On the good foot.
You wrote something in there, right?
I did. I actually wrote.
What you write in there? What you wrote?
Well, just like you, I don't have my reading glasses.
Yeah.
But
I tried.
but I want to be cute, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
See, anything big or small or in between? Can you see?
No, that's okay. It looks good, but it's all right.
Okay, tell us a little bit about it, though.
Well, I wrote a book about some tips that and advice for someone who is considering getting married. And, we all know that the divorce rate is pretty high, and it's not looking, good in America. It's like...
But people get married for all the wrong reasons, right?
I mean, the percentage is like 50% of marriages in divorce. The first time they get married, and then the second time is 60%.
Wow, it jumps up, huh?
Yeah, it jumps up. Yeah, so unfortunately. So, experts, relationship experts, we're just trying to, kind of reduce that number.
Tell us what steps you mentioned in there.
I mentioned a couple of things that I felt would be very important to starting a good marriage or invest in a good relationship. One of the things I talked about briefly before was communication. And
that's so important. This is important.
It is, and a lot of
people
us
don't realize that too.
Yeah, and it's how you communicate. a lot of people, I mean, when you're having a discussion with your significant other, you know, a lot of people, they filter past experiences or grudges and stuff, and they don't really address the situation.
So they put their dirty laundry. They take the old dirty laundry they had before they didn't clean it, right?
Exactly. So so you know, it's really important to communicate. It's really
What's
important.
another step? What's another?
Well, another thing that a lot of people have difficulty in is fighting fairly. Like
Well, what way?
Like if you're having an argument, a lot of manipulation is sort of like put into that conversation. Like, for example, I think women more than men would say, you know, if you loved me, you wouldn't do this or you would do that, and you know that's kind of manipulative. So you just have to stay
They
focused.
say, yes, dear.
Exactly. So, so you need to fight fairly. You know, you need to.
And another step. You got another one for me?
Yeah, I got a bunch.
You got a bunch. Okay. But they can put the finger on me. But give me one of those. Give me another one.
Yeah. Well, I would say that if you are considering marrying someone, really go by your gut feeling, because they could look.
Oh yeah. What you say? What did she say? Gut feeling. Say it, everybody.
Gut feeling.
Say it. I heard that's weak. Gut feeling.
Right. Because they can have all of the credentials. They could look good on paper, you know. They can have, but if your gut is telling you that, you know what, something is not right, don't do it.
Sometimes some people, you know, go out and get a background check. They send a private detective.
Yeah.
But if you have you prefer a private detective, you have your gut feeling, right?
That's right, absolutely. And then another thing that we do when we're actually looking for partners, we have our lists. You know, women have their man-made list.
What kind of what's on that man-made list?
You know, of all of the things that they want in a man, and you know, men are making lists too.
Oh yeah, they make lists too. Yeah. You remember the book I gave you? They had this, you know, like they said, some men's like women with high heels and they got eyelashes, and that turns them on. You know, well, if you live in New York, you know, you sit back here and sit on the park bench. Hey baby. I said, which one I do? We see, wow, I didn't know what to do. Get lost out here.
See, I mean, the problems with making lists is that sometimes you focus on the superficial things.
That's true.
You know, and you know, you need to focus on. I don't think you need a list if you know what matters in your heart as to who's going to make you happy. You don't need a list for that. So I would say just accept the flaws, because no one is going to be perfect.
No one knows. They look for you. You know, like, you know. I remember I was dealing with a young lady. She said, well, you're not the type of man for me. And it looked like they go out and get. You know, I said, well, they go out and get losers. I mean, they had to go to the casino or go to a racetrack to get that, or play the number. No, like they went and got themselves some big time losers.
Right.
Well, they can't come back here. I changed the locker, threw away the keys. You know, that's on them.
Yeah. Another thing is trust.
You have to trust a person, right?
You do.
You know, my late former minister mentioned something. His wife, you know, he had a wife. She was active and everything like that. And then there was he had a friend. Well, the friend was real bummy. And then he used to sit back and try to pinch at her. And then someone said, well, don't you worry about your wife with this guy. He said, look, let me tell you one thing. If he wants her, he can have her.
Oh, well.
But that means he put some. He still you had to trust a person, right?
That's right. Yeah.
You can't follow a person. You can't follow the person everywhere they go.
That's right. That's right. And
I guess some men they're so jealous. You know, they even have one time met this gentleman one time, and he said, "Well, you know, this is my shorty, and this look, I can get any woman from legal age all the way up to grandma. So I don't sit back and need all that. But that's a person who's insecure with themselves too, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But if you have, open and honest communication with each other,
I think that's so important.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the trust comes in. Because when you don't have that and start hiding secrets and all of that.
Oh, please. Well, don't you think sometimes like, even in a relationship, you can surprise them, like little trinkets and little gifts and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And what they like, what do you like? And then you take them to a little dinner and have like a date with them every day of the week or once a week or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like sometimes things get boring, not get boring. I mean, you go work every day of the week and you don't have time. You have to have time for yourself.
That's
Even
right.
if you have children too, you gotta have time for yourself.
Absolutely, you have to.
Take them kids, send them to the babysitter.
You gotta keep dating. I don't care if you're married for.
You still gotta keep dating.
You still have to keep dating and make that priority.
Even if you gotta sit back here and go to Vicky or the other places, sit back here and she dazzles. Ooh, you say, oh, you got to keep the romance going, right?
Absolutely.
It doesn't stop, right?
No, it never stops. So those are my tips.
You've been getting a lot of, you've been getting a lot of responses from all of them. How was, you were on the social network. What was the responses?
With the Couple Links game?
Yeah.
Oh, it's tremendous. It's really been quite a blessing in all the responses. It's not a lot of, things like that, like having a game relationship. So it's something new, it's something different, and it's something to connect the people. So this is what they're responding to. And so, as I said before, I travel throughout the country with different marriage seminars, and I exhibit my game and to couples who are married or thinking about getting married, and they really embrace it. So.
And another thing too, romance without finances, right? So the finances come into?
Oh, it does.
Because I was reading yesterday in the paper, they were talking about, sometimes you got to peep that other card to see do your other half, male or female, how they credit rating.
Oh yeah, people are doing that now. Actually, people who are dating, they're asking for the scores, the credit scores.
Oh, you mean that means you say, I love you, you love me. Let's put up a credit report on it.
People they're actually doing that. Yes.
I mean, you get in the.
It is.
And I ain't gonna sit back. I don't want this is gonna be a family. Got kids in there. I ain't gonna sit back. I ain't gonna go. I ain't going where I'm gonna go. But you gotta know where you stand too.
You do, and talking about that communication, about being honest and open, that goes with finance as well.
Yeah, but you gotta have some finance. Some people, some women go around, and some men go around with some broke people.
That's right.
Yeah, they can't. And then also too, do you know what thing I blame the school system for right now too in New York, especially New York? They took home economics out of the schools. That means nobody don't know how to cook nowadays. That's a shame. I mean, you sit back here and you can sit back a home cooked meal, and next thing you know, how much can you go to one of the little restaurants on the corner, or go to some fancy chain restaurant and give them all your money?
That's right.
And I see some of them sisters up there. They sit back here, go one of them fancy chain restaurants, place a bar, and sit back here and have their iced tea and got their cell phone and don't know how to. I said I don't want that. I want some real food.
Well, I mean, there's some people there's some people they don't make dinner, they make reservations.
Yeah. On that note, I'll be up here all day long. On that note, I would like to thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Barbara Jenkins, everybody. We got to bring you back again to talk more about this.